Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great holiday. It is Christmas Eve right now, and we have a brand new Civivi model. Now, this one has been out for a little bit. This is the Baby Banter. Awesome, awesome little knife. Now, it has titanium thumb studs, titanium hardware, which is hardened titanium hardware, so it's really good quality. Beautiful deep carry clip. This clip works so good, and it's inset with flat screws, reversible, Nitro V steel. Very short little cutting length, but that's the beauty of this knife. This is a great gift knife. It's just a great all-around fifth pocket knife. But it's a fifth pocket knife. You can get a full 4-finger grip on it. And that's kind of the beauty of it, to kind of be able to do little detailing work. And this thing works really, really good. The detent is nicely tuned. It's not like false shut action or anything, but it's very smooth, very easy to slow roll. And it has kind of a satisfying slow roll because, you know, it's a half circle. Very easy. And like I said, it is very smooth. Awesome, awesome little knife. Now, let's get into this little guy, because there's a bunch I want to talk about with this one. Now, this is the new Civivi Synergy. Now, they do make a premium model of this, and it's very expensive. It's an integral. Now, look at the milling pattern on this G10. It is really, really nice. And we have flipping action to a Nitro V Persian blade. Now, I'm not much of a Persian style blade fan. However, there are some cases where if they do the profile the right way, a Persian actually works really good as a drop point and a Persian blade, like kind of the best of both worlds. And I'll explain that a little bit. But first, I just want to show the action really quick. The detent is nicely tuned. It feels light, and I just opened this. So I opened it right before I turned the camera on. So it hasn't broken in yet, and I can tell it is getting smoother and smoother every time I flip it. So this has really good flipping action. I haven't oiled it or anything like that. The detent is very, very nicely tuned. I thought it was going to be a hollow grind. I honestly thought this was a hollow grind. It is a flat grind. Great geometry, and it does have a crowned spine. So very comfortable spine. And the ergos are so good. So good. This little spot right there works just like a choil. So very nice there too. Now, the Persian blade. Now, one of the downfalls to a Persian blade is they're really good at like skinning and doing things that you require a belly on. They're also really good for like self-defense and things like that. But the negative downfall things is you don't really get utility cuts because you wind up hitting the belly, and in order to get to the tip to use it, you have to raise all the way up in the sky and you lose all the leverage. However, with this one, because the handle kind of canters down and the blade goes downward first, like you see how it like aims down and then comes back up, this one actually doesn't require you to lift your arm all the way up. You can get right to the tip. So if I need to do any sort of utility cuts, let me grab something. We're also going to talk about sharpening it here in just a second, so we'll bring this forward. Now, if I need to do any utility cuts, I really don't lose any leverage because the way the handle goes down and the blade kind of sweeps down. Now, if I bring forward the Civivi Mini ASTICUS, this is a regular drop point blade. You know, very versatile blade shape. And you see where this one hits the tip, it's basically in the same area. Put it belly to belly. See how the tips kind of land right in the same spot? Because this one almost goes straight, but it does drop down slightly. But this one sweeps downward. So when it comes back up, it's, you know, basically the same as a drop point. Now, I actually experienced another knife a while back, and that's when I actually realized this. It was a knife that was a Persian blade, but the way the handle went and the way the way the blade swept down, it actually worked almost like a Warncliffe. I mean, it was weird how the tip literally aimed, even when I was up like not even up high, like at all. Like the tip just went right down to the surface that I was trying to cut, because it actually went really down. So it was really weird. And that's when I realized that, wow, Persians can actually be built in a way to where they're actually good at doing multitasks, where it's kind of versatile, where you can have the benefits of a Persian, also the benefits of a drop point. Now, this one is really nice. The blade shape and the handle. But the one I was talking about before was a lot more dramatic, but this one's still pretty good. Now, there's no liner on this side. I can feel the weight. The weight is very, very light on this. Access to the lock bar is really good. Detent, pretty early. So it's pretty easy to get past. Nice snappy action. Now, I'd love to try the premium version, which is the titanium integral version. Let's pull this away really quick. Now, one thing I also really like about this that I'm really noticing is that this spot right here is very comfortable to do this with. So this grip, just like this, is very nice. I can tell push cuts would be very comfortable. Slicing would be very, very comfortable in the hand. And then doing utility cuts would still be pretty easy with this, even though usually it's very difficult with a Persian. Now, this is a Work Sharp Field sharpener. I'll link them below. There, you can get multi-packs of these, well, 2 in 1 pack or just single. I highly recommend these. You have diamond plates on both sides, a strop, ceramic rod that is adjustable where it's got a coarse, and then even a spot for hooks, and then for serrations. It has an angle already there for you. So all you gotta do is just follow the ramp. It's very easy to use. Now, sure, so I'll link this below. You guys should definitely have these. It is such a good tool. One of my most recommended things of the year. Now, the Persian blade, sharpening it, the thing is you have a lot of belly to get to. Now, depending on how dramatic it is. This one's not so dramatic to where you're going to have to lift too much. But when you're coming across the stone, as you get through this area, you got to continue to lift your elbow to get to that tip. So some people find it a little difficult to get the belly of the Persians and all the way to the tip. But if you lock your wrist, get it on the stone, find your angle. Let's say we use the 20-degree angle. Lock your wrist. And then as you're pulling it across, just pull straight towards you. And then as you come this way across the stone, once you get to the belly here, all you got to do is just lift your elbow. I'm just going like this with my elbow. So see how my elbow's on the table? I'm just lifting it straight up like that. So that's what I'm going to do with my elbow as I come across. I'm lifting my elbow right now all the way to the tip. Same thing. I'm not bending my wrist. My wrist is not doing anything. My wrist is locked. And that is how you can get the belly of a big belly of any knife. It's pretty easy. Now, when I push, it's going to be the same exact thing, just, the opposite. Well, I don't even know if it's the opposite, but the same thing. Go across the stone. I'm just pushing, gliding it across the stone. Now, as I get to the belly here, I'm just going to lift my elbow until it gets to the tip. Very, very easy. Now, I'm definitely going to have to resharpen this because those were diamonds. It didn't hurt it too bad. I'll just strop it up because it was practically the same angle. So I'm guessing there's a 20-degree angle on this, but here. This ceramic rod is really good for this. Knock off that burr I just created. And give it a little stropping. I bet it's still good. This thing is so good. I love this tool. But I do like this knife quite a bit for a Persian. Like I said, I'm normally not into Persians, but I can make an exception. I do kind of like how you can see the milling, like it almost, see how you can see the circles right here, and it's got some weird shapes in it. That looks pretty cool. To my eye, it's a lot more prevalent or a lot more apparent. Through the camera, the camera kind of hides a little bit of it. It's not lefty friendly though. No clip. You can't remove or rotate the clip. Back here, the stop pin is in a regular area. We got a shoulder lockup. Very cool though. I do like it quite a bit. This one I did get a little late, but these are coming in stock right now. I'm not sure if they're still in stock. I have discount codes for Civivi knives for their website, which you can usually find things. The problem is it is a little bit more expensive through Civivi knives. Now it winds up being the same if you use my discount code. So if you use my discount code, you know, it'll be the same thing as everywhere else. However, if you use my Amazon links, it's a more affordable price, but you don't save any discount. You know, it's just whatever it is. But both do support the channel and do help the channel. So get to make a few cents off of your purchase if you do use my links. And I do appreciate when you guys do that. But just so you know, it does cost a little bit more to go to Civivi's site, but you save money, so it winds up being the same thing, you know. But Amazon's also, I usually try to link the things I can from Amazon. I'm not sure if this is available on Amazon yet. I'm beginning to, this action, I can feel it just breaking in more and more. I can tell this detent is going to get really good, especially after I oil it. Very, very nice. But there you guys go. Merry Christmas again. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching.